Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste, Ka. Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste, Meena. Namaste, Kumar. Kumar के ना कह लिया?
Kumar कह लिया.
Namaste, Kumar.
कह लिया.
नमस्ते. क्या करता लिया कुमार?
क्या कर दे? नमस्ते. नमस्ते. नमस्ते मीना.
नमस्ते. नमस्ते.
नमस्ते शोभा.
नमस्ते. नमस्ते.
ஒரே ஃபேமிலி வந்துட்டுமே.
Namaste, namaste, Mama.
Namaste.
Same family தான் இருக்கும்.
Same family.
I was about to say maybe just a family affair னு சொல்ல வந்தேன். Because Srilata one message, she had sent me a message that she won't be able to join.
Okay.
But I think Madhavi will come.
மாதவி வரும்.
And Purna might join. We don't know for sure. So let us start with 3 ohms. Just take a deep breath.
Oh.
Prabhatam, Namaste, Namo Namaha, depending on you. Oh, Purna is not here. Okay. Let me the screen. The model is here. All right. So we stopped at Sutra 11 last week. Okay. So let us. Any questions? Should I go back and look at these sutras, or you're all good enough? We can go forward.
Good morning, sir. Can you explain the Sutra 4.1 again in that Mulika kind of thing? Can you please explain about that?
4.11 or 4.1?
Fourth chapter, first Sutra.
First sutra.
Yeah.
What is the doubt that you have?
There it says Mulika. Mulika means nine. Mulika, they say. Four or 5 ways of Siddhi.
Yes, Mulika is herbs.
With herbs also we can get Siddhi.
Herbs or drugs. That's what it means.
So in which way we can get Siddhi with Mulikas, like herbs?
Yeah. So people take drugs, right?
Hmm.
The,
Yeah.
the
And people,
psychedelic drugs.
yeah,
That's what.
people take drugs, psychedelic drugs. All these various things called LSD, marijuana,
Hmm.
ecstasy, all those. Some of them are maybe chemical drugs. Some of them are, if you take marijuana, cocaine, and all that, they are all from herbs, from plants.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
you can get,
Hmm.
but it won't be permanent.
Hmm. Okay.
Siddhi means, I mean, what kind of siddhi we don't know.
Hmm.
Okay. There may be some siddhis that might come. Maybe he has not listed what kind of siddhis, but they are most likely they are temporary. They are not permanent. See, anything that one does externally to get certain things, it will never be permanent.
Hmm.
Everything has to happen internally. Everything has to come from the blessing of the divine. Understand that.
Okay, sir.
Taking drugs is not blessing of the divine. Correct?
Correct, sir.
When I say divine, I am meaning only the unmanifest divine. When I say God, I mean only the unmanifest divine, not anybody else.
Okay, sir.
So the definition of God, we have to be very clear that we are not talking about any manifest as God.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So we started, so let's jump to Sutra 11. We saw all this about karmas and all that, how Prakriti, that from that one chitta, we also, I mean, initially we saw how Prakriti is the one who facilitates the chittas from coming into this world, and she has no intention of herself. She just does her job without any kind of bias, like a farmer sending water to the fields. That's how she does. We saw all that. And that's what we saw. And the one chitta, that is the chitta of Prakriti. From that, various chittas have been created to facilitate the cosmic flow. And the way to realize, the way to understand all these things is through dhyana. When our chitta is quietened, one can understand all these things. There, dhyana gives birth to a state that cannot hold expressions. That's what it means. And then we saw sutras on karma, how for yogi, for a normal human being, the karma is black, white, and gray. For yogis, it doesn't matter to them. Neither white nor black for them. They just accept the cosmic flow and then they go through go through that. It is only for us because we react. Since we react to situations, since we react to cosmic flow, we see it as black and white and gray. So from these karmas that is how the vasanas fruition, and they are expressed as gunas, because vasanas are basically, we saw that vasanas come from two sources. One from Prakriti in our very first launch that she makes of us, of this individual chitta, so that we have a leaning towards doing something particular when we are born on earth. And then the other vasana comes from what we really do based on in the family which we are born and things like that. If it is a business family, we start doing that business. If family is involved in pottery business, we will do only pottery business. We won't go into timber business. We won't go into steel business. That is the kind of, I mean, in a very gross way, I'm saying that is the understanding of vasana. So, and we also saw, although our birth is separated by birth, time, and all that, and it does seem, definitely it seems that we always remember it is all packaged in one. Even if I take 500 births, all the information is stacked in one place. So that means each of us have a unique ID, and all this information at the end of during our sojourn to Earth is all stored there. So when we leave this body, everything is there, and with that only we are born again. So that is that identity. We call that, you can call it as say a number, or like how cars have a vehicle identification number. We saw all these examples. So they are without beginning and are permanently with expectations. Anaditvam, it says. So, meaning the very first chitta, when Prakriti was created, we don't know. We just don't know. It was created. We don't know when it was created. And we also don't know whether all the other chittas, all the living things and non-living things, all the other chittas were created in stages, or whether they all came, Prakriti created all of them at one shot. We don't know that also, that sutra. They are without beginning and are permanently with expectations. All the various chittas are sitting there with expectations. This is what you saw. The last sutra that we covered last week was because these vasanas and karmas are sitting there with expectations, and they are held together by the support of result motivated senses, causes. Because everything that we do, the sadharana, normal people like us, there is always a motive attached to it. Will I get something in return? That is always there in every action that we do. When that is not present, esham abhave, when those kinds of things are not there, that is, when these kinds of expectations are not there, tad abhavaha, then that karmas and vasanas are not there anymore. When motivated actions are there, we are not going to acquire karma. When we don't acquire karma, the vasanas are also gone, right? So that's what it means. We'll go to Sutra 12. Atita anagatam swarupatah asti. Atita anagatam swarupatah asti. Adva bhedhat dharmanam. Adva bhedhat dharmanam. Atita anagatam swarupatah asti. Adva bhedhat dharmanam. So let's try to understand this. Atita means past. Anagatam, yet to come. The future, yet to come. Swarupatah, in their own form. The past and future in their own form. Asti is present. I can normally we say this. I can say this is called pen, right? In the Sanskrit, I say lekani. Lekani asti means lekani is there. Lekani is pen is here or there. That's what it means. Asti means that's what the meaning of asti. Adva bedhat, conditionally separated. Dharmanam by dharma. So what it means, the past and future exist in their own form, conditionally separated by the requirements of dharma. So the past birth and future births, that's how we have to see the past births and future births are there, conditionally separated by requirements of dharma. So we were born and then in the last birth, I passed away. And then before I could take the next birth, I had to wait. Only when dharma dictates. What is this dharma? This is the cosmic flow that is dictated by Prakriti. Only when Prakriti, that requirement from cosmic flow is there, will I be reborn. Okay? That's the meaning of this sutra. Any questions? Okay, you're all experts.
No, but till such time the next birth takes place. Till such time the next birth takes place. So where will we be? The chitta.
The chitta will be hanging around in ether. Chittas are vibrations, right? They're electromagnetic. They're vibrations, correct?
Yes.
So what do we mean? It is a big set of programs with all data about us, about all the previous births and the birth from the final, from the first birth to the last birth, all the data is available. That with all the programs that make a chitta, it is a set of vibrations. The set of vibrations is there in ether. Not able to understand?
Ether.
Can you elaborate about
But-
the word dharma here, sir? After the question is done, answer.
So, okay. So, let us say you're working on a laptop and you have to download a program because you have to download something. Where is it coming from?
So from some other source.
I'm asking, let Shobhu answer this question. Where is it coming from, Shobhu?
It's from one of the software.
Yeah, we are downloading a software. Let us say we are downloading a file, or we are downloading a software itself, and that finally that software comes and when we install it, becomes an icon, right?
Yes.
We can make it an icon in laptop or on a cell phone, whatever. So you are downloading it. Where are you downloading it from?
The operating system enables us to
Download, but where is it coming from? It's coming from somewhere, right? When you download, it is not there in your laptop.
Correct.
And it is not that the operating system of the laptop is making that software. But that
Yes.
it is being downloaded from somewhere, correct?
Yes.
And do we know? Do we care? We don't.
Yes.
We are thinking
Is
that
it-
we have gone to a website, to a link, and we are downloading from there. That's what you are thinking, correct? We
Yes.
stop there. We don't think further.
Mm.
But that software is placed somewhere in we say cloud, in some server, somewhere it is placed, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You are able to accept that.
Mm.
So that software is on some media, correct?
Yes.
Although we say it is coming from cloud,
Mm.
that cloud is a server. It is a piece of hardware. It is a
Yes.
media.
Mm.
And the software is stored there. And when you click, it is coming from there. And that server could be in Australia. That
Mm.
server could be in Antarctica. That server could be in somewhere in Russia. We don't know.
Mm.
Correct?
Yes.
So that media here is some hardware, some disk drive.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
Very,
Okay.
a very high capacity disk drive. That's what is the server.
Mm.
I mean, I'm putting it in a very simple terms. It is
Okay.
not just that the server also has some electronics to understand when to download all that. So let's forget about. So for now, just let us think of it as a disk drive sitting somewhere, and these are spread out all over the world. And that's why, since we do not know from where it is coming, earlier in the earlier machines, we could when we do all these things, we will clearly know that it is coming from. We will put a CD into our own laptop or on our PC, and we will download from there. So we knew from where it is coming.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You remember those days?
Yes. Yes.
Whereas now we don't know where it is coming from. So we say it is coming from cloud.
Okay.
But cloud is also a media.
Mm.
Similarly, upon death, these vibrations. So programs are also vibrations, but they are stored in a media, in a disk media, in a magnetic media. It is stored.
Okay.
The vibrations are stored in a magnetic media.
Mm.
Similar, but when you are downloading, the magnetic media from the disk is converted to into electromagnetic form, and then it comes through ether. It maybe comes partly through space, and then it comes to the cell tower, and then through the cable or through Wi-Fi or whatever, it comes to your laptop. Until it comes to your laptop, it is in electromagnetic form. Once it comes into your laptop, then the vibration are converted back to the electrical energy, and then you may even store it. Then again, it is when you say you store it, where are you going to store it? You're going to probably store it in a disk drive on your laptop. So it is going to be converted back to a magnetic medium and stored there. So all these things are happening on its own, and we as a user, we don't think about all these things.
Yes.
Similarly, just like how this program was on a magnetic media, upon death, all these vibrations, all these programs, all this data, they go and stay in ether, in space.
Okay.
True cloud computing, it is not, there is no hard disk there. So the unmanifest divine already has a technology far, far superior. And it is existing there. So the unmanifest divine has created a format. Man has created a format to for all these programs to be stored on a disk drive in a magnetic media. Manifest divine has created a format by which it can store in simple air. Can you accept that?
Yes. You have to.
Silence.
Have to.
Huh?
Unless I have to. No.
No, I'm just extending the logic. If you
Correct.
can see 100 years back, if we are told somebody
Mm.
that something can be stored on disk, will they accept?
No.
Actually, I have to go back and say something here. When the first cassette players came in USA,
Mm.
especially in the car, when they wanted to install, there was a big hue and cry because they said the driver will get distracted.
Mm.
There was a big hue and cry. They didn't want to do it. But then it became a normal thing.
Mm.
And then there was a time that went, and then we had discs, right? CDs.
Yes.
From cassette, we went to discs, hard discs, and then small, tiny, I think 5 millimeters and 5 inches, and then 3.5 inches, all these CDs, various size CDs. And then we finally came to that CD. Now, nobody
Pen
is
drives.
having CDs. Everything is through internet connectivity. Even when you're driving, everything is coming through internet connectivity because all over, everywhere, there is cell tower. You are getting connectivity, and you are enjoying music or a talk show or whatever.
Yes.
So how did that acceptance come? Through understanding, correct?
Yes.
So having come to Sutra 412, you have studied so many sutras. By now, you have to understand that unmanifest divine. Who is that unmanifest divine? That unmanifest divine is someone.
Mm.
This is the definition. Is someone who can do anything
Mm.
at any time, at any place.
Mm.
Who can do anything at any time, at any place. Have we left out anything?
No.
We have not left out anything. So that is that unmanifest divine. So how can you understand that unmanifest divine's design? So this is how we have to understand.
Mm.
If I understand that data can be stored, data or program also I'm calling it data, doesn't matter. It's stored on a magnetic media somewhere, yes, where in the world, and where at the click of a button, everything comes to me. Why can't I not accept that it can be stored in space, in air?
Mm.
It seems very logical to me. If I can accept that electromagnetic vibrations from here can travel through space and reach you, you're in Bombay.
Mm.
It is not coming through cable or from my
Yes.
house to you, correct? Is it?
Correct.
It's not.
Yes. Mm.
It is going all the way to satellite.
Yes.
Some 35,000 kilometers up and then coming 35 kilometers down. You are accepting all that.
Yes.
How are these vibrations traveling all the way to satellite? Is there a cable?
Mm.
Yes, tell me. Tell me, people.
Mm.
Huh?
There's no cable.
There is no cable.
Yes.
Then how is it going?
The waves.
Huh?
Through waves.
So electromagnetic waves,
Waves.
they are being transmitted up all the way. It is being picked up there. And this connectivity from the cell tower to the satellite, there is no wire, there is there's nothing physical. The vibrations are traveling in space, in air. Same thing can I upon death, can the vibrations travel in space?
Yes.
Correct. Not only travel, it has enough intelligence to also stay.
Mm.
Mm. The vibrations, without the vibrations getting weakened, it is able to sustain itself. So that is the kind of design the unmanifest divine has made. Today from a control center here, they are sending a signal to a probe in Mars.
Mm.
And it takes a finite amount of time for this to travel all the way there. And then the Mars probe listens to it, and then it sends a signal back to Earth saying, okay, I've understood what you're saying. Okay, I'll do that command. And it does. And then it sends some data from there.
Mm.
When we can accept all these things, why can't we not accept upon death all the data, everything from here inside me will travel as vibrations and go and stay in ether until the rebirth happens.
Yes.
It is only our mind that is preventing it from accepting. Is this making sense?
Yeah,
What
no,
I'm saying?
yes. Understood.
Yes, sir.
What was Subramaniam's question?
My question is regarding separated by dharma. Can you elaborate on this?
Oh,
How
you said okay.
will
So
be
dharma here you must, dharma means various things. So here the meaning of dharma in Sutra 12 that we were saying means when the need arises, until then my vibrations I have upon death, those vibrations are going to sit there in ether. Only when there is a requirement, that requirement is being called as dharma. Dharmic requirement has to be there for me to be reborn. What is the dharmic requirement? The dharmic requirement is the karmas have to fruition. Karmas have to fruition. And then there has to be a conception that has to take place on earth. Whether in human form or any other form, we don't know. And then all these things are guided by Prakriti. Is it clear?
yeah.
It is a very loaded word. Dharma is a very loaded
Yeah,
word.
that's why I asked it.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay. So that is why this entire chapter is on creation. It's giving a very broad bird's eye view of creation, how it happened, all that. So anyway, going back to Shobhu's question, that is why this Tarpanam is done. In Tarpanam, the Tarpana that is being done, we when it is done with sincerity, with complete understanding, that energy, when we do the Tarpanam, especially in the hand, we'll put water and we'll say mantras. When it is said with deep understanding and this faith, what is that faith? That vibrations, my Pitru vibrations are existing there. I completely understand this. They were in physical form. Now they are disembodied and they are there. And I am sending all this to not only to them. Actually, the mantra is like that to all the Pitrus and then to all the Rishis. That is how we say the mantras. There are 2 or 3 types of things that are being done. So when it is done with that kind of a deep feeling, that energy will go there and give those vibrations a boost, like a booster shot. so that they don't weaken,
Mm.
and they don't have to be boosted by some other source there. So we can do our part by doing that. So this with deep understanding, when it is done, those things will come. If it is done mechanically, there will be no use. Please understand this.
Merely as a ritual.
Yeah, merely as a ritual, zero.
Mm.
So one can do tarpanam without panchakacham, nothing. You
Mm.
can just sit on your chair and you can do that. Just the mantra. You don't even have to put water. It is that deep feeling. Anyway. On to the next sutra. Te vyakta sukshma guna atmanah. Te, those, they, vyakta sukshma guna atmanah. So te means they, those. Vyakta, manifested, present, manifested, present. Those are all the meanings. Sukshma, we know, subtle. So in this case, sukshma, so it is subtly. Guna, atmanah. Guna, we know, the vibrations are in the core or nature of the gunas. What is in the nature of the gunas? Those the software, the vibrations are in the core of the gunas, subtly present. So that's what he said. Software is never visible. Can you see software?
No.
See, one can write code. You can see that code. But finally, when it is converted into a machine readable machine language, how the machine is going to interpret it. And finally, when it is stored on magnetic media in zeros and ones, can you see it? You cannot see it. I mean, even as I am speaking to you, there's so much of software that is running to make this happen. Correct? Can you see it?
Yes. No. No.
You cannot. That's
To
what it's
debug,
saying. Hmm?
the debug we can see, right?
You only see the code. You only
Hmm.
see what is the program that you have written. You don't really see the ones and zeros, how the electrons are flowing. Do you see that? You don't see that. You are seeing a very highly converted part of the software. That's all we see. With me? Not making sense?
No, when you mute me. When you write in 8080 and all, right?
Wait, you
we-
write. You are writing.
yeah.
But
No. When we had written code in Intel 8080, then we feed the code in terms of 000 zeros and ones only, because that time the keyboard was not there.
no, what I'm saying is, can you see that functioning inside the computer? You cannot.
This instruction execution, right? One after the other, you can see.
Let it execute. Can you see it? That is
Yeah,
all my question.
I've seen in terms of switches that it will be seen there in
No, you
8080.
are only seeing a display, a converted display that you are seeing. You are not seeing the electrons moving inside. Are you seeing
That
that?
is, we don't.
That is all it is.
On-
We are only talking about sukshma, subtle.
Okay, got it.
Okay? Sukshma. We are not seeing that. We are not seeing the deepest part of how it is happening. We are seeing probably 5 or 10 layers above that. and then see this Maya, and then we are thinking we are really seeing it. No one can see it. Even the highest scientists cannot see it. We only see the electrons based on electrons or whatever. Based on some condition, we make it hit on a phosphorus screen or something like that. That is how we see. We deduce that electrons are flowing because something is happening. Okay.
Excuse me, this te refers to vibrations here.
Yeah.
Te.
Yes. So next, move on to the next sutra. Parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. So, parinama ekatvat vastu tattvam. Tattvam is principle. We know that. Vastu is material. Right? Parinama is the result. We have seen parinama many times. Ekatvat being one or appears the same. So what does this mean? So the result appears the same in material principle. What does it mean? So that's why the comment, if you read this comment, he says, software functionality does not change irrespective of the computer on which it is loaded, provided the operating system is not different. So I download a software. The software is going to operate in the same way on my laptop as well as in the laptop next to me, correct? I download a railway reservation system software. It's going to work in the same way on my laptop and many other laptops, right? People.
Yes.
So that's what it is saying. So the software functionality does not change irrespective of the computer on which it is loaded. Provided the operating system is not different. That's obvious. So let us see if I have any notes here. Which will, let's see what I can put here. So, so all these things that are happening, it is just the flow of the gunas, that's what the vibrations, how they flow, is making various things happen. So for everything that happens in us, it is the vibration. So how do we understand this? The way to understand this is, let us say my hair is graying. It's because of the gunas. It is because of some changes inside that is manifesting as gray hair. Hair falling off. It is because of vibrations that are happening that is making the hair fall off. The skin is wrinkles are getting formed, or the skin begins to sag a little bit. Everything, every physical manifestation is coming from the vibrations from inside. Is this something that is making sense? The vibrations are the ones which are causing the flow of energy inside the body. So, for a long time, I have not, I have been postponing why I grew a beard. Madhavi, be ready.
Okay, sir.
So about a couple of years back, after I shave, I will have some bumps here and there in my face. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor sent me to the skin specialist, dermatologist. They gave me this cream, that cream. I did this for about 6 months to 1 year. And then one day, finally, as I was contemplating, suddenly I understood. The understanding was that everything is coming from inside. Something is happening, and these bumps are coming. If I let my hair grow, then it won't come. So I started growing a beard, and that's it. That's the end of matter. Why those bumps were coming? Whether it is called a pimple or acne or whatever, it doesn't matter. They called it by some other name, rosacea or something like that. So it is happening due to some change in the body conditions, whatever it is happening. So I need to just accept it. If I can accept it, the only thing is if I don't accept it and fight against it, what is the fight against that? Every day I shave. And then I say, oh, the irritation here, irritation there. So I go to the doctor, and the doctor gives me cream. I put the cream or some solution or some pills or whatever. I am fighting against nature. Yeah, I would also like to have a clean shaven face. But this is what has been decided by the cosmic energy. So I accept it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So the gunas, the vibrations, appear in the material body. In various ways it will appear. The pigment, the skin color, everything is based on that.
Kumar, you have said speech comes out as a gossip for this sutra. For this
Speech?
particular speech comes out as a gossip.
Speech comes out as a gossip.
For this particular sutra, you said this. You said this last time. Last class, 22 session, 23 session.
For Sutra 14?
22. Yes.
Oh.
The flow of program, program through the gunas, which are vibrations, manifest in the physical domain. That's what you said now. No?
Yes.
And then I have written speech comes out as a gossip.
Yeah, speech can come out also as gossip. It depends on the vibrations inside, correct? You can give, I can give information here as we are discussing, or we can engage for 1 or 1.5 hours in gossip. I can talk, I can speak about all these various stupid things that are happening around us.
Correct.
So what makes me speak on gossip instead of some important information? It is once again the vibrations. So Vastu means matter. So you have to understand matter, material, whatever. So everything comes from here. That's how it appears to us. Let us see what else I have. I wanted to see if I had written something like this. That's it. So this is what it is. The Parinama Ekatvat Vastu Tattvam is how the gunas express themselves. So that's what we saw. The result is, it is as if one within the nature of the matter. It is part of the matter. It is part of myself. How it is flowing. All the things are flowing. Gray hair, wrinkles, acne, rosacea, whatever. Gray hair, bald, or baldness, all that. It all is happening because of the flow of programs through the gunas, flow of programs, and through the gunas, it manifests in the physical domain. The gunas are the ones which are carrying it to the physical domain. Is this understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to the next sutra. Vastu samye chitta bedat tayoho vibhaktah pantaha. Vastu samye chitta bedat tayoho vibhaktah pantaha. So we'll see what that is. Vastu samya means vastu we know matter. Samya means matter being the same. Matter being the same. What is matter being the same? If all of us, if you break down anything, forget about human body for now. Let us take all the various elements that are there: gold, silver, all that precious metals, copper, tin, anything. I don't know how many of you know. There are two types. One is organic chemicals and inorganic chemicals. So inorganic chemicals are all these things: gold, silver. They are all elements. Each one is an element by itself. Then we have organic. Organic is generally defined as one that is made of hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. That's it. Hydrogen, carbon basically is organic. So let us not worry about organic things. Let us talk about inorganic things. So it's also called inorganic chemistry. Actually, there are two types of chemistry: organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. Organic chemistry deals only with hydrogen and carbon. All kinds of hydrogen and carbon compounds. In inorganic chemistry, we have all these other things. All these metals, non-metals, everything. So all these elements that we are talking about, gold, silver, all these things, they are all structured nicely. And if you look at it, finally, if you go deep into it, what do you find? It is just made of electrons, protons, and neutrons. That's all. Correct? All of you have studied some chemistry. Everything All these elements are made of electrons, protons, and neutrons. How many electrons they have? How many each molecule? How many electrons does it have? Or sorry, each atom. How many does it have? How many electrons? Or that is the one that varies. The variation is only how many electrons they have, how many protons they have, and that is the only variation. Right? With me, people?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yes.
So is an electron different from another electron? No.
No.
Is a proton different from another proton? No. One element, one atom of gold. I mean, I'm not going into, I'm not really giving you the real number. Let us say it has 55 electrons, and then it will have 55 protons. But each atom, each electron is the same of any other electron. There's no difference. So when there is no difference, the matter is electrons, protons, and neutrons. That is the actual matter, correct?
Yes.
What is the difference here? It is the chitta that is different. It is the chitta that is different in each of these. In gold, the chitta is different. In silver, the chitta is different. In copper, the chitta is different. That's what makes it the atom have that many electrons or that many protons. It is the chitta that makes the atom look different. Like how the chitta makes me look different from Shobhu or Subramanian or Madhavi or my Akka or Meena. It is the same chitta that makes gold look different from silver, because the amount of electrons and protons that are packed in a single atom in gold is different from that of silver and copper or tin. Anybody remember the symbol for tin? Stannum. It is called stannum in Latin or Greek. So the symbol is SN.
Yes.
Lead. Meena, do you remember?
Lead.
PB.
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 PB, correct. What is the expansion for PB?
No.
Anyone remembers?
Chemistry class.
Plumbum.
Rambam.
Anyway, so if it is just the number of electrons and protons in each atom, that is going to be different. Otherwise, it is the same. So once you break the atom, it's the same electrons and protons. The number is different, that's all. So the matter is the same. It is the chitta that is different. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if that is the case, if chitta is the one that is the difference, the matter is the same, why are we attaching so much of importance to gold? I am also made of the same matter, electrons and protons and whatnot. But only thing is, it is appearing as flesh, bones, and all that. Is it not? Come on, people, think.
Yes.
Maybe gents will agree, not ladies.
Only for your understanding, I'm saying this. The charcoal has the same thing.
You
Same
cannot be
electron.
made into.
That
You
is
cannot
why
be-
it doesn't have to be. I'm saying go deep into it. What is deep in there? The deepest you go is your atom level. They have gone even to subatomic thing. We don't have to go there. At the atom level, is there any difference in the electron?
No.
No. If you are in a city, let us say you are all in Tampa, the air that I am breathing, is it different from the air that you are breathing?
No.
No. Maybe if I'm in Tampa and you are in Bombay, the air is different because of the various pollutants which man has done. Supposing there were no pollutants. Anywhere in the world, you will be breathing the same air. All that you have to do is climb to 5,000, 6,000 feet, and then the air becomes pure. Only below that, all this pollution. It is the chitta. Who put the chitta there?
Prakriti.
Prakriti. So Prakriti said, okay, let this material be in such a way that it has got a nice yellow luster, and also it can be used for various different things. So she created all this. Why are we mad? Why have we gone mad with all these things? Because if Madhavi wears a gold chain, people will come and recognize her, saying, oh, Madhavi is wearing a beautiful gold chain. If Madhavi is wearing a Tulasi chain, people will not recognize her. If she wears a nice gold chain made of 10 sovereigns, people will come and ask her, where do you make this? Oh, this pattern is very nice. This is good. That is beautiful. It is shining. It's Tulasi. You say, oh, I have seen many like this. So who is wanting this recognition? Is Tulasi and gold wanting that recognition, or is Madhavi wanting that recognition? Think of this. Two fellows, each one has a cow. And both cows are very nice. They normally take good care of the cows. And one cow has a curly horn. The other one has a straight horn. Okay.
Yes.
And these two fellows are fighting, saying, oh, my cow looks more beautiful than yours because it has got a curly, nice curl at the top. It has got one twist. The other one says, no, the straight horn is the best. That is why it looks so beautiful with the straight horn. These two fellows are fighting. Do the cows really care?
No, not at all.
Cows don't care. It is the human being who cares. And they fight for everything because they want that recognition, because they want everybody else to say, oh, the one with the curly horn is the most beautiful cow, or the one with the straight horn is the most. So the owner of the cow wants that recognition. Are you able to understand this? This is a very important sutra. That's why I'm spending so much of time on this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I told long back, I will prove to you that charcoal is the same as gold. We are at that sutra. Very important sutra. Vastu Samya, matter being the same. What is that matter?
Chitta.
No. Matter being the same.
Material, the material.
What is that material?
Chit.
What is the fundamental material? Okay, now I explain.
The
Vibrations.
The atoms,
Atoms.
the electrons, protons, neutrons being the same.
Yes.
Vastu Samya, matter being the
Vastu.
same. Chitta Bedat. Bedat means difference. Different. Chitta Bedat. The difference in the chitta. The chitta in the gold, we have seen, right? Even non-living things have chitta. They don't have chetana. We have seen this. We know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Only living things have chetana, the artificial intelligence, which change their program. That is how, at some point of time, from leading a life of attachment, you can move to leading a life of detachment. You can reprogram yourself. You are programmed to believe that life of attachment is the best way to live, at being attached to everything, to everybody. And then something happens and you reprogram yourself to a life of detachment. So that is artificial intelligence. That can happen only when you have artificial. Those things are present in living things. Such a thing is not there for non-living things. So chitta beda, the chitta, the difference in the chitta in gold, the chitta is different compared to what is there in silver, in charcoal, in wood, in silver, in tin, in uranium, in radium, and all these various things. In zinc, in aluminum, all these things are different. The chitta is different, but the material is the same. What is the material?
Protons. Protons.
Neutrons. Atom.
No, the atom contains protons, electrons, and neutrons. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electronics is the study of the movement of electrons. Now, do you understand what is electronics? How the electrons move. That is the study of electronics. Why they move? What makes them move? That is the study of electronics. That's what I study. So, anyway, we don't have to go to electronics. Let's come here. Vastu Samya, matter being the same, Chitta Beda, because the Chitta is different in each one. Who made the Chitta different?
Prakriti.
Prakriti made it different. Because the difference in the Chittas, Tayoho of these, Vibhaktaha, separated or different, Pantaha, the paths are different. So, though the material is the same, but the chitta is different, their paths are also different. Their perceptions are different. Here, we will come back to human beings. So, since my chitta is different from your chitta, from X chitta, Y chitta, everything is different. But materially, we are all same. Deep inside material, it is the same atoms. Yeah, although we are same, the chitta is one that makes us different. The color of the skin, how high I grow, everything is based on the chitta. With me?
Yes,
You understand this?
yes.
So he is also as put in here, same elements like hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, etc., with different program functioning, behaves differently as different molecules. So I gave you a lot more than what he has put here. Think of this as an example to understand. Even in oxygen, there are different types of oxygen molecules. We say ozone. That is also oxygen, but it has got a different chitta. You know that? You have heard of ozone?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Ozone is also oxygen, but it has got a different chitta. I think it is O3, if I
O3.
recall right. Whereas oxygen is a O2.
2.
So similarly, even among that, there could be some differences. But instead of going deeper into this, we will see different elements. Hydrogen is different, but the atoms are the same. It is atomically, inside the atom, the subatomic particles, electrons, protons, and neutrons are identical. There is no difference. An electron is an electron, whichever material you take. It is universal. It has got the same weight. It has got the same amount of charge, negative charge. Universal. Whether it is in gold or in silver, there's no difference. So who made gold desirable? That one should accumulate gold. Who made gold expensive?
Human being.
Human beings.
Human beings made it. Because of our own stupidity. Okay, let's move on. Let me cover one more sutra, maybe a couple of more sutras. Let me see. Na cha ekachitta tantram vastu tat apramanakam tadha kim sayat. Na cha ekachitta tantram vastu tat apramanakam tadha kim sayat. So na is not or not, cha we know, eka is one or individual, chitta, tantram, flow of energy as governed by the chitta. Vastu, we know matter, we know enough about vastu. That apramanakam, not provable. Tada of that, kim equals what? Sayat becomes is possible. Sayat is also perhaps per chance possibility. So in summary, we are saying, and the energy flow, that is the tantram, of each chitta not being the same, correct? In each chitta, the energy flows are different. My guna is different from, that's what we say. The flow of energy we are calling as guna. My guna is different from somebody else's guna, correct? The flow of energy of each chitta not being the same. Therefore, matter is perceived differently. The flow of energy in gold is different from the flow of energy in silver because of the chitta. Because of that, matter is perceived differently. So immediately we think gold is different from silver or copper or carbon or wood or aluminum. So now he says, what is the possibility of proving this, that there is this oneness in matter What is the possibility of proving this to other people? I have to speak for more than half an hour to make you understand this. So, to common people, is it possible at all to make them understand this? To make them understand this, just the flow of energy, which is because of the chitta not being the same. Therefore, we are seeing each matter is different, and we are not seeing the oneness in that matter. What is that oneness? That we are all made up of the same electron, protons, and neutrons. Then how can we be different? With me, people?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Because of the chitta.
The chitta makes it look different, that's all. That doesn't mean we are different, that's all I'm saying. Because the matter from where we have come is the same. This body is from the same matter, from the same electrons, protons, and neutrons. We're all from the same matter. Only the chitta is different. So, when the chitta is purified, meaning when the kleshas, karmas, everything, vasanas are all burnt away, then will all chittas look alike?
Yes.
They will all look alike.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
So that is that oneness. When I shed my karmas and kleshas and vasanas,
No.
when my chitta is completely purified, I will never see anybody else as different. I will understand they are different because of their karmas and kleshas, but I will never see them as different. I will never work for any kind of profit motive. There won't be any profit motive in what I do, in what I say. Understand? You understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here he gives. In the case of human beings, oh, sorry. The case of human in the computing system, circuitry and embedded software and matter of the hardware are integrated since everything is organic. So the subtle difference in the computing system makes each person look different, and therefore the realization of the same underlying matter is less obvious, correct? So because the chitta is different, since the chitta is different, our appearances are different, physical appearance. So we go by the physical appearance and think that everybody is different. So we are unable to realize that we are of the same underlying matter. It becomes less obvious to see that same underlying matter in each object. The same holds for each molecule of anything. How can one know? The same matter of electrons, protons, and neutrons form elements which bundle in combinations to form molecules with different properties. This is what I already spoke in the earlier sutra. If you understand this deeply, very deeply, if you understand, if you meditate on this, if you focus on this, if you contemplate on this, then life in all its glory will be there in front of you. You will never have any problems. You will never have any problems relating to anyone. You will not run to buy gold and silver, all this stuff for the house. If somebody has a picture at home, immediately we want that picture, or some painting we also want at home. If somebody has a car, we also want a car. If somebody has an electronic device, we also want that electronic device. Most of them come from no understanding of life. Okay. Let's see if this is the. Okay, I'll cover the next sutra and we'll stop here. Tat uparaga apekshitvat chittasya vastu jnatha jnatha ajnatam jnata ajnatam. Okay. Tat uparaga apekshitvat chittasya vastu jnata ajnatam. That we know, I didn't mean that or it or whatever it is. Uparag, coloring. Apekshitvat, by the expected, observed. Chittasya, we know what that means, of the chitta. Vastu, matter or object, we know that. Jnata, knowledge or known. Ajnatam, unknown or unknown. So, matter is known or unknown by the expected coloring of the chitta. So, whatever matter we see, we are based on the chitta. We are looking at it based on the how the chitta colors it. That's what the sutra is saying. Let me see if I have any other notes here. So that's what it says. Matter is known. So any matter, all of us, we are known by the coloring. The chitta is giving this coloring. It's giving a coloring to me as Kumar with beard, with this, with bald head, blah, blah, blah. So much of height, so much of weight, all that. So we are seeing each person, each element by the coloring the chitta gives. We are not going, since we are not looking deeply inside, we are just going by the coloring what the chitta gives. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
See if there is any comment down here. There's nothing big to. So he says in Sutra 417 here, Patanjali Muni is suggesting that the normal human being may not be able to understand this. Based on this, we should conclude that the primal particle that constitute existence with no properties by itself should be considered matter, whereas everything else should be considered matter along with the programmed system with its properties. So what he's saying is, actually he would say it in I think in 418. So the unmanifest divine is pure matter. That's all. The unmanifest divine is pure matter. That means pure energy. Because we know matter and energy are two sides of the same coin. And the unmanifest divine is without a chitta. The chitta is only for us. Right?
Yes.
And that is why all this coloring, correct?
Yes.
So the unmanifest divine exists without coloring means the unmanifest divine exists without chitta. That is why it is not possible to understand that unmanifest divine. It is beyond our understanding. That's why I said the unmanifest divine is someone, is something that can do anything at any time, at any place. On that note, I'm going to stop here. So we will continue with next week. So very, very important sutras we have covered today, which tells us what is the nature of matter. Any questions before we wind up? What, Madhavi, can you accept gold is the same as silver?
Yes, sir.
Same as wood?
Yes, sir. But I don't have any. I don't have a. One second. I never asked my husband to buy gold.
No, no, I'm not asking. I'm not asking you this. Can you
Okay.
accept gold?
Yeah, I
They
accept.
say
Yeah. Yeah.
gold is same as aluminum.
Yes, same. I agree with that. But my opinion is you won't believe I have 5 new sets in the locker for past 4 years. I never touched them. They are in the locker. That's it. So it is okay for me whether to wear it or not. But my husband is the one who is more interested than me in buying gold.
He wants to secure the future.
I don't know how much you secure. If you eat one time rice, second time you cannot eat rice. In my home, to tell you the truth,
No,
maybe
no,
yearly
no. It is
time
not
also-
that. Suddenly, if the market crashes
Hmm.
and the value of everything goes down, what will I do? And if the cost of a kilo of rice suddenly becomes $300, where will I go? Then only if I have gold I can buy. I have
But
to
how many
feed my.
kgs eat? Only 2 people will eat how many kgs per month? If we eat too much also,
No,
not 10 kgs.
no, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Hmm.
If the entire thing crashes and
Hmm.
you have to give 1 sovereign of gold to get say 10 kilos of rice.
Hmm.
10 kilos of rice, how long will it last? It may last maybe 6 months, let us say.
Hmm.
So you must have that many grams of gold to buy. And it is not only rice, you have to buy so many other commodities. So in that fear, that is how people accumulate wealth. Did you know there was a fear year 2000 when people said this will crash, that will crash? There are people who thought that there will be a huge shortage because all programs will go haywire and getting supplies. So there are people who bought bales and bales and of paper towels and tissue. They said nothing will happen to them, even if it is not for my use only. This is an investment.
Oh.
Yes. So people stopped. Not all, a few. they bought storage space. They went and stocked bales and bales of paper towel and tissues and whatnot, saying
Yeah,
that
this
there'll be it will come to a point where there will be no tissue, no paper towel, nothing, and then I will be able to sell one tissue roll for $10.
yeah,
Which,
this was
which,
happened before.
hmm?
This was happened before that Corona became peak in like 2020 April time. People bought so many paper towels, and after that only they put it limit one per customer, one package of rolls kind
You are
like that.
talking about COVID time.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about COVID time. I don't know what happened, but this happened in year 2000 when there was plenty, but there were a lot of speculation that most of the software will crash
Yeah,
because this is the year 2000 thing.
2000 to 2001 change. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
because from 1900 it is going to 2000. So many programs were not taking
Yeah, because
the
the
century
dates.
into account. Many programs in computers
Yeah.
were not taking the century into account. It was only calculating with the last 2 digits of the year. So it would go haywire. But 99.9% of them, they all made those necessary changes.
Mm.
And everything worked reasonably well. We didn't have any shortage of gas. We didn't have any shortage of food.
Mm.
So it is the fear
Mm.
of the unknown, of the future. That is why people will buy gold and stock and say sometime it will crash. And then what will I do? Or there'll be a war. So these things.
Mm.
Not able to accept that if death will come, it will come.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. Namaste, everyone. Is there any other question? We'll stop here. 17.
Namaste. Thank you.
Excellent class, sir. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Mama.
Namaste.
Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste. You all have to leave, only then I can leave.